Superstars, how's it going? This is Coach Wood, and I am ready and excited to be back with you guys today. We've got a great topic. We always got a great topic for you guys for our Before You Go Pro audience, but we got a really good one. We got one that's going to hit a lot of you young athletes out there, and maybe even some of you parents out there, you family members of these athletes, because it's a game that has to be navigated. The football industry has to be navigated a particular way or it will drive you crazy, you guys, especially in today's day and age. So welcome. Thank you for stopping back by the channel. If this is your first time checking out the Before You Go Pro channel, I'm your host, Coach Terrence Wood. You are in the place to be if you're a football person. If you're an athlete, if you are a parent of an athlete, a football player, or if you are a coach or a fan, you are in the place to be. So thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like the content that we share, and consider bringing a friend. Consider bringing a teammate with you next time, you guys. Also, we have some cool resources that are geared towards setting you apart from the competition down in the description box. So check out what we have for you in the description box as well. But let's get into today's topic, you guys, because we're always bringing stuff that's going to be fruitful to you young athletes, to the families of the young athletes. And today is going to be no different because I know today's going to hit a couple of people a certain way. So let's get into it, baby. All right, you guys. Now, I want to teach you something that we've all done. But it does nothing for us. It does nothing for us. A matter of fact, it's really a fancy way to say pause. Do you know what a fancy way to say pause is? A fancy way to say pause, you guys, is comparison. Comparison is a fancy way to say pause. And once again, I've been there before as an athlete. But what do we do as competitive, high-octane athletes? A lot of times we find ourselves getting off of our own agenda, right? Getting off of our own lane and start looking in other people's lane. We start kind of sizing up what other people have, kind of anticipating what we should have, and maybe we feel like it's a little off, right? It's amazing because we don't compare when we feel like we're on top. When we get the MVP award for the team, we're not looking at other people on the team and saying, man, he should have got it, or man, he could have got it just like I did. We're not looking at anybody else, right? Unless we feel like something's off. When we feel like something's off, that's when we start looking at what other people got. And guess what? When you start comparing, you guys, football is an individual contractor sport. I know we're all on the same team. I know there's 11 guys on the field at once, but this is an individual contractor sport. If you're at a high school, if you're at a junior college, not everybody's going to have the same opportunities at the end of the season. If you're playing college ball, I played at the University of Colorado. Not everybody got the chance to go pro. So this is an individual contractor sport. And when you're an individual contractor, you do not need to be worried about anybody else. You're aware. There's a difference between aware and consumed or worried. All right. A real comparison battle taking place. There's a difference. You have to be aware. You have to be aware in business. You have to be aware in competition. You want to know maybe some of the things that the competitors are doing. But to sit up and say, I should have that because he has that. Or to sit up and say, his just came to him, mine should be right on the way, or I should have got mine before him. That's a comparison game you don't want to get into. A matter of fact, if you spend too much time on it, young athletes, it's going to make you pause. It's going to make you stop your feet. Just like when you're hitting somebody, they say don't stop your feet, right? Well, you're trying to hit your dream, and if you over here looking at somebody else, then you're stopping your feet. Your dream is going to run you over. You're not going to get it. So we have to remember this, remember and track. If I look in somebody else's lane, if I'm too concerned with somebody else's lane, then guess what? I'm going to get disqualified. I'm not going to finish the race the way I should have. So this is one thing, you guys, that I see young athletes suffer from. And I remember what it was to be like you guys. But keep in mind, I want you to correlate the two. If I'm comparing, then I'm pausing. Comparison is a fancy word to say pause. I'm going to hit the pause button on my own progress and sit here and compare what I got compared to somebody else. Difference between awareness and comparison, you guys. Now, here is the main reason. Here's the main reason outside of being placed on pause that you do not want to get into the comparison game. The main reason is because you don't know what's in store for you. You don't know what's in store for you. You don't want to compare and say, I'm better than all these people. And you don't want to compare and say, well, why does he have it and I don't? Or why is he getting so much opportunity and I'm not? You don't want to do that because this is a long journey. If you're going to stay in this football thing for a while, this is a long journey. And somebody's season today, somebody's snapshot today could be totally different a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. This is football. So this game is meant to humble people. This game is meant to have people switch chairs where you thought you were on top today and you found out the next day that you're no longer on top. This game is meant for that. So you have to be careful of comparison. You want to have those blinders on like the race horses and you want to focus on your lane. What if Tom Brady got so hell-bent on comparing himself to the other quarterbacks when he was at Michigan? I'm sure he had a time. I'm sure he had times where he was venting to his dad or to friends or to his family. But what if it would have got to the point where it would have paused him enough where he didn't keep progressing? He didn't get to go into the NFL through the front door. He went late round. If you go late round, you're going through the side door. If you go free agent, you're going through the back door. So he went through the side door to get into the NFL, and he did not worry about comparing himself to Drew Bledsoe when he got there or anybody from his past. He focused on Tom Brady. Can I be the best Tom Brady that I can possibly be? There's going to be so many things, you guys, in the football entertainment industry, and some of you guys will be blessed enough to play at a high level. There's going to be so many things that are out of your control. But you know what's in your control? Not worrying about anybody else. Not comparing yourself to anybody else. That is totally within your control. And you have to control the controllables if you want to continue to stay level-headed, even-keeled, and continue to fight through this industry. Comparison is only going to make you pause, or it's probably going to do worse. It's going to even slow you down. So comparison game is over. You young athletes that are watching this, you parents, you guardians of young athletes, and you're seeing other families and other kids maybe getting theirs. The comparison game is over. Once again, what their snapshot is today could be totally different. You could want their snapshot today, but not want it tomorrow. I've seen kids that have been on top of the world and thinking that they're all this and all that. And once again, the game will humble you. The game will humble you. And all of a sudden, a catastrophic injury. I've seen kids not have anything. We just had a kid that didn't have anything substantial going out of high school. We were able to finagle a Nevada Reno opportunity as a PWO for him. He gets up to Nevada Reno. They switch coaches. They don't honor their commitment about letting him come on the team. If he was to really obsess over what other people had during that time in his life, he would have paused. He would have paused. And he did pause. Zaire, you did pause for a second, but then he dusted himself off. He figured, hey, I'm going to focus on me and I'm going to concentrate on my lane. And lo and behold, now he's going off to UCLA after a year of junior college ball. He's going off to UCLA with some NIL money in his back pocket. Totally different day and age, totally different snapshot. So, 2.5, 3 years ago, his snapshot is he's not even playing football and he's just going to school at Nevada Reno. Today, his snapshot is the coaches from UCLA itching to get him on campus and willing to pay him a lot of money to come out there. Totally different snapshot. But he didn't get into the comparison game. He didn't get into this kid got it out of high school and I didn't. He didn't get deep into that game, you guys. So I'm trying to save some of you guys some mental bandwidth, some stress, some depression potentially. Do not worry about what other people have in this industry. And it's any industry, you guys. There's actors that were on top when they were young. They got regular jobs now. There's guys who didn't get the casting call when they were young, but now they just got an Oscar now that they're older. So roles reverse in this industry all the time. Think about the coaches. Think about all the coaches, you guys, that were on top of the world. We won't even get into the Mel Tuckers and the Sharon Moores of the world. You know, do not get into comparison in the football industry. It's the easiest way to burn your own bridge. You guys have your own journey, your own path. You're going to have highs and lows. It just comes with the nature of the industry. Yours is coming. If it's not here today, yours is coming. There's the saying that you're either coming out of a storm, you're in the middle of one, or you're about to get into one. Same thing. You're either coming out of it, you're in the middle of it, or you're about to go through. So just wait. Just wait. If yours isn't here, it's coming. I actually was in high school in the same league as Tom Brady. He was a senior. I was a sophomore. I was a quarterback in high school. So I went to quarterback camp with Tom Brady. The high school that he played for, they're good now, but they were bad back then. They were doormats when we were in high school. He was good, but he did not come from a powerhouse program at the time that he was at Sarah. Now it's a very darn good program, but at the time he was there, it was not. So nobody knew at quarterback camp that Tom Brady was going to become Tom Brady. You know, we knew he was going off to Michigan, but we didn't know Tom Brady was going to become Tom Brady. And then look at it. Your mind is like, oh, he's going to Michigan. He's on top. Then he goes to Michigan and they play around with him where there's times he's on the bench. So everybody looking at Tom Brady was like, oh, okay, he's not going to be anything. He's not going to do anything. He got moved down on the depth chart. So to be considered, you guys, potentially the greatest quarterback of all time, but at one point be second or third on the depth chart at Michigan and not getting any playing time or sparing playing time. When you look at Aaron Rodgers having to go to junior college, when you look at a Josh Allen having to go to junior college, if they took the snapshot of where they were at that time, there's probably a lot of comparison going through their mind. But however they did it, they got done with the comparison. They moved that aside. They started focusing on themselves and they got to where they needed to go. So wherever you're trying to go, there's still time to get there. But don't compare where you're at now with somebody else because you don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they got coming. All right? So we do not compare in this beautiful game of football. What we do is we focus on ourselves. We're aware of what others are doing and how they got to where they are, but we are not comparing where they are with where we are. We're focused on us. We're trying to figure out a way for us personally to get what we want. And that may happen in this season. That may happen in the next season. It may happen a little bit further down the road. But you're definitely not going to get to your season of prosperity focused on somebody else. All right. So I wanted to bring that message to you guys today. Keep in mind, keep that correlation in your mind, young football players, family members of football players. If we start comparing, all we're doing is pressing pause. All we're doing is stopping our feet. All we're doing is not moving towards our blessing. All right. So, hey, hopefully that finds you well, you guys. No more comparing. It's all about you, baby. Have your game plan, and let's get to the spot that's destined for you, because we're not going to get there looking at other people. I love you guys. I'm excited for this week. We've got some great topics. We're going to have another great guest on the Locker Room Show. If you have not checked out the Locker Room Show every Thursday, we're bringing in the best of the best, you guys. We just had somebody that had a great Canadian Football League career, won a championship in the MAC conference, Keto Pobla. We've had other people come in recently that were phenomenal. We got Brandon Huffman coming in soon, who just left 24/7 Sports. So we got some good stuff lined up for you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're aware whenever we have a Weekday Huddle or whenever we have a Locker Room Show. All right. A lot of meat on the bone, you guys. I'll see you later this week, and I'll see you at the top. Have a good one.